Hello students, today we will learn about how can we take care and maintain our computer. So computer maintenance is basically divided into two parts. One is the computer hardware maintenance and the other one is software maintenance. So what is computer maintenance? First we should know that computer maintenance refers to the practice of keeping computers in good condition so that they can work efficiently. Okay, so this is the computer maintenance. Now it's divided into two categories: hardware maintenance and software maintenance. What is hardware maintenance? Hardware maintenance refers to the maintenance of the hardware components of a computer, that is monitor, keyboard, CPU, cabinet, mouse and any other peripheral devices that are connected to the computer. We can ensure the proper working of hardware components by physically cleaning them or keeping them in a proper manner or by repairing them whenever it's required. Okay. Next, cleaning of hardware components. How can we clean the hardware components? To clean the hardware components, we should use an soft or damp cotton cloth to do so. So first thing is hardware component is monitor. How can we clean the monitor? We should use a soft and a damp cotton to clean the computer monitor. We should not spray any liquid directly on the computer screen. Okay, we have to specially maintain this rule that we should not spray any liquid directly on the computer screen, so that it may cause damage to the computer screen. Next is, do not touch the computer screen with your hands or fingers. Use a proper or stylus, use a pointer or stylus instead. Okay, so instead of touching the computer screen with your hands or fingers, you should use a proper pointer or a stylus to clean that screen. Okay. Next, keyboard. How can we clean the keyboard? We can use a blower or soft brush or anti-static vacuum cleaner to blow out the dust from the keyboard. Next, we can avoid eating while working on the computer, as the food particles may enter in the gaps between the keys of the keyboards and may damage it. Next, we should need to physically remove the keys of severely dirty keyboard to clean it. Okay, so some keyboard are having the function that we can remove the keys from that keyboard. So if the keyboard gets too much dirty, we have to remove those keys from that keyboard, and we should clean that keyboard. Okay. Next, we should use a soft damp cloth to clean the oil and the dirt from the top surface of the keys. Okay, so using a soft and damp cloth, we should clean the oil and dirt from the top surface of the keys. This is how we can keep our keyboard clean. Next is mouse. How can we clean the mouse? If we are using a mechanical mouse, that is it has a ball under the surface of the mouse, then the chances of it accumulating the dust on it are higher. Okay, so the mechanical mouse that are using the ball under its body, having the higher chance of getting the dust or accumulating the dust. Okay, so we may need to open the cover of the mouse and remove the ball and dip it in isopropyl alcohol to remove the dust, oil or grease, anything that is attached to that ball. And if we are using an optical mouse, then we have to simply wipe the mouse from the above and below with a clean cotton cloth. This is how we can keep our mouse clean. Okay. Next is CDs and DVDs. How can we keep our CDs and DVDs clean? For doing that, we have to always keep the CDs and DVDs in their proper cases to protect them from the scratches. Okay. Next, we have to avoid touching the surface of the CDs and DVDs with hands. Next is, for cleaning the surface of the CDs, we can use a special cleaning liquid. We have to use a few drops of the liquid on the cotton cloth and gently wipe off the CD. Okay, this is how we can keep our CDs and DVDs proper. Next is CPU cabinet. We should always clean the CPU cabinets from outside as well as from inside. For outside, we have to wipe out the dust with a soft cotton cloth, and we have to, for cleaning the inside of the cabinet, we have to use a blower to remove the dust. We should not touch the tiny parts installed on the motherboard, as it's if it is unrooted or unplugged from any of the ports, the computer's functionality will be stopped. Okay, so this is how we should clean the inside of the CPU cabinet. Next is digital camera. For digital camera, we should always avoid touching the lens of the camera. Okay, next we should use a soft brush or dry cotton cloth to remove the dust. We can also use a special cleaning fluid to clean the lens. Okay, for digital camera there comes a liquid cleaning fluid. You should use that special cleaning fluid to clean the lens. Okay, lens. And last, do not put the cleaning fluid directly on the lens. Okay, so for using that particular fluid, you have to put few drops of that particular liquid on a cotton cloth, and then you have to wipe off the lens. Okay, you should not directly putting that particular fluid on that lens. Okay, next, there are some precautions that should be taken to protect the computer systems. What are they? You have to keep the computer system and its peripherals away from the dust and moisture. Next, you should always cover the computer system when not in is used to protect it from the dust. We have to replace the faulty parts immediately. Next, we have to take a regular backup of our data. We can use any external hard disks or CDs or DVDs to store the less frequently used or required files. Okay. We can also use the cloud space for storage. Next is, we should always keep the software updated. We should also upgrade the hardware equipment with the latest technology. Next, we have to completely uninstall any unwanted programs from our computer regularly. Next, we should keep our antivirus software updated, and we have to plan a full scan of the system on a weekly basis. We should not overcharge the batteries of the UPS or the laptop. Next, we have to avoid blocking the exhaust vents. Next, we have to keep the computer system away from direct heat and magnetic field, and we always have to shut down the computer properly. So these are the points or precautions we have to take in order to keep our computers working properly. Okay, so this was the maintenance of the hardware part. So how can we maintain the software? The software maintenance refers to the cleaning of the software installed on the computer. The software maintenance involves the scheduled disk cleanup tasks, protection against viruses, deleting the temporary and unwanted files, etc. So taking regular backup, updating the software and checking for any security risks are also the part of the software maintenance. Okay. So the first thing that we have to maintain is virus. Okay. What is virus? Computers virus are the computer program or a set of program that disrupts the normal operation of a computer. Okay. So what is computer virus? Computer virus itself is a computer program or a set of programs. What does it do? It actually hampers the main functionality of the computer, or the purpose acts outside the purpose of the user. Okay, so this is what a computer virus is. So how can we know, or what are the signs of virus attack to a computer? How can we know that our computers has been attacked by the virus? There are several signs of virus attack, like a virus attack can reduces the speed of computer by decreasing the memory. It causes the strange movements or patterns on the screen. It displays the unusual messages like your PC is stoned, etc. Next, it increases the use of the disk spaces and growth in file size as the virus attaches itself to many files. Okay, so this is one of the main function of the virus. What does it do? The virus automatically attaches itself with almost all the files or many of the files in the computer system. So what does it? What will be the impact of this? So this will make the computer's memory space decreased. Okay, so if a virus or if a same program is attached with almost all the file, automatically the space will be decreased. Okay, next, it leads to frequent hanging of the system. Computer viruses executes by itself only. Okay, so if at a single time lots of same programs are running, on the system will be hanged. Okay, Next, it shows abnormal like write protect error etc. Like various messages like your PC is stoned, write protect error etc. Next, it displays a change in data against the file name in the directory when a virus modifies the file. Suppose you have a file with the file name XYZ. If the virus has modified itself, then the file name will be automatically changed. Okay, this is the impact of a virus attack. And it reformats the hard disk by itself. Okay, the virus can format the hard disk by itself, making all your data invisible or making deleting all your data. Okay, and it deletes or damages the files. Suppose you have stored many important files in your computer, the computer virus automatically deletes all those files or it damages all your files. Okay, so these are the signs of virus attack. How can we protect the computer against virus? Virus attacks not only lead to data confidentiality lost, but they also affect the way in which the computer system functions. Okay, not only file deletion, the viruses can change the functionality of the computer also. It modified files and processes, frequent functionality disruptions, it modifies the speeds etc. Okay, so how can we protect our computers from the viruses? First one is security programs. We have to install reliable antivirus software first mostly. Okay, so first thing is we have to install reliable antivirus software. This is a must do thing for any user. The antivirus should be regularly updated. It should also be programmed to regularly scan and quarantine the system. Okay, so not only installing the antivirus, you have to regularly update the antivirus so that it can scan it throughout the computer's memory and find or search for that any updated computer virus. Okay. Next is it should also be programmed to regularly scan and quarantine the system. So you should program your antivirus in such a way that it should automatically scan your memory location or storage devices, and if a virus is found then it should automatically quarantine all that viruses. Okay. Next, installation of firewalls. Restricting the access to unwanted sites through appropriate setting in the browser should also be done as a mandatory act. So what is firewall? Firewall basically restrict the access to unwanted sites through the appropriate settings in the browsers. This should also be done as a mandatory act to protect our computers against the virus. Next is secure internet access. We have to be vigilant when accessing or uploading information on the internet. Only secure sites should be used for financial transactions and no personal information should be shared or saved or on any websites. Okay. So whenever we are uploading our data or downloading any file from any website, we should always use or visit the secured sites only. Okay, and especially for financial transaction and personal information sharing, we must use the secured site. Otherwise there is a high chance of hacking your data or getting your data stored stolen etc. Okay. Next, installation and download from unauthorized sources should be avoided. So if you suppose if you want to install any data or if you want to download from any unauthorized sources, this should be avoided in terms of keeping your computer protected. Okay. Next is regular security updates. We have to keep our applications and operating system updated at all the times. Okay. Next, we should avoid the spams. We should mails from an unwanted and unwarranted sources should be deleted without reading or downloading. Any attachments in such mails should never be downloaded or installed onto the system. Okay. Suppose if you are having an email ID, you can see that many unwanted or unwarranted mail from unwanted sources automatically reaches to you. If you open that mail or install any software or application from that source mail, this could also leads to your data corruption, okay, or data trafficking. Next is backup. You should always taking backup regularly, okay. This is not only protect us against the data loss but also helps to restore the integrity of the data, and you have to make sure that data is encrypted by using the encryption software to protect it from any unauthorized access, okay. So you have to take the backup from regularly. Next, you have to scanning all the portable devices. Whatever devices you are attaching to your computer, you should always scan those portable devices like pen drive, external hard disks, or sometimes the mobile as the portable devices, okay. You have to always scan those portable devices before opening it into your computer. And the next thing is disable cookies if possible. For the safety of your personal information, you should or you must disable the cookies in your browser in terms to keep your computer protected, okay. So these are the practices for software maintenance, okay. So listen to the video very properly, read your book carefully. In our next classes we will be learning about or discussing about the various antivirus softwares, how it works, etc. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you.